Hey guys, it's Yolanda, also known as GlamourByJo. Today I'm going to be showing you guys my eyebrow routine and how I keep up with my eyebrows. I wanted to start this video off without any makeup on so that you guys can see my real eyebrows. My eyebrows are actually pretty thick. Compared to other people, I have pretty full eyebrows. So there's really not much that I have to do. But what I concentrate on the most is my arch, because I am a little bald here in my arch and I do like to extend my tail. Now, eyebrow maintenance. I do get my eyebrows waxed. What I do to keep up with my eyebrows, the tools that I use is things like this. I have some scissors, tweezers, and like this little shaving guide. If you can keep up with your eyebrows between waxing, that's ideal. That way you don't have to spend that much money on them. So to start off this video, I'm going to show you guys just how I maintain my eyebrows, and I grew them out specifically for this video. I got them waxed, I want to say about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and you can see that there's hairs growing here, so they just need a little bit of a pick-me-up, some touch-up. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go with my tweezers, and I'm just going to figure out where my eyebrows are growing out the most. And just start plucking. This will be easy if your eyebrow lady shapes them correctly and the way that you like them. If you keep up with your eyebrows, this part shouldn't be that difficult. Now, if you don't trust yourself to do your own eyebrows and keep up with the maintenance, then that's where it gets a little costly and you have to go quite often. For those of you who don't know, I am a licensed esthetician, so I do know how to wax my own eyebrows. I just prefer somebody else to do them. So now I'm taking this little razor. It's not a sharp razor at all. It's just like a little face razor, and you do want to keep these cleaned. What I recommend is just like alcohol pads. I like to clean them before I start. I just didn't. So I always have like little hairs, not like they're just baby hairs. They're not super dark or anything, and I just take my little blade and I shave them off. Some people don't like to do this. People who have really thick, coarse hair, I guess, should not do this, but your hair growing back thicker, it's not gonna happen. This is what a pretty much well-groomed eyebrow should look like now. You can tell a difference between this eyebrow and this eyebrow. There's obviously a lot more hair here. You can just tell it's a lot sharper than this one. So I'm going to go ahead and work on this one really quick. Be careful if you're a beginner using this tool, because you could easily shave off like half of your eyebrow if you're not careful. So if you're too afraid to do that, then just, get a professional's help. Start slowly but surely. Okay, so after you get all the hair, all the stray hairs off of your eyebrows, then you can go in and thin them out. This is gonna be essential for my girls with thick brows like me. You wanna take a spoolie or a brush like this with like little teeth on the end to pull the hairs down and get all your stray hairs. You have to be careful because I actually have taken off part of my eyebrows doing this, so just be cautious. You'll see right here all the little hairs that come down. You brush them down like that, and then you take your scissors and trim. So like I said, just be cautious of this part. You don't want to over trim any part of your brows. But this is like an essential part if you have like super thick brows. This is going to help you filling them in a lot. Okay, so now your eyebrows should be nice and ready for product. My go-to product when I'm not doing like a full intense brow is Benefit's Give Me Brow. This product is awesome for like your everyday, like I'm going to the grocery store eyebrow, or I'm just going to work eyebrow. I am going to show you how I use this when I just use it by itself, because I do use this by itself sometimes when I'm going to work. And what I do, I'm going to show you in my treble brow, is I focus the product here and here where it's like a little bit more sparse. This eyebrow gives me a lot more trouble than this eyebrow. So I'm just going to show you the difference. Usually I would go with my pencil first, but for the purpose of the video, I'm going to show you how this product works on its own. And as you can see, this eyebrow already looks a lot more full than this eyebrow, just by using this product. Eyebrow is done. Now that's just my everyday eyebrow. When I'm doing a full glam eyebrow, two products that I really like. One from the drugstore, a good option, is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer, and the color that I use is in dark brunette. It has a really, really fine tip. You probably can't see it. It's a really, really fine tip, and I used to use this all the time. And I really, really like the spoolie on the end because it's small. But a product that I just started using that I've fallen deeply, deeply in love with is the Anastasia Brow Definer. The color that I have is in dark brown. And the spoolie is a lot fatter on this one. So I honestly do kind of prefer the L'Oreal one because I just like the thinner option, but since my eyebrows are thick, it doesn't really matter. I can use this one. But what I like about this is that it comes at an angle. And I've never used a brow product that comes at an angle like that. And it honestly makes putting on your eyebrows super, super fast. And it's like the easiest thing ever. So for this, I just, like I said, it's so simple. It's retarded. The product is creamy. I mean, both of these products are awesome. So if you're looking for a cheaper alternative, I like the L'Oreal one, but this one I prefer. It's just better. So what I do to start my eyebrow off is I start by defining the bottom. And I'm doing this lightly. You don't want to go in really hard. This product is very, very creamy, so it's going to allow you to work. So I'm just defining the bottom, and that's where I'm going to start building my arch, right there. Building my tail, sorry. Now I'm going to finish the tail by running it over the top. So you can see I've already elongated my eyebrow on this side. Now I'm going to start filling in that sparse area of my arch that I'm missing. And I do that by applying really, really light strokes, hair-like strokes. Now you can totally stop there, and that's like a pretty natural completed brow. I like to take it a step further and just define it a lot more. So I'm going to do the same thing that I did to the bottom of the brow, and I'm going to do that at the top, where my arch is. And voila, that is a completed eyebrow. As you can see, this one's just like a little bit more messy, and for everyday purposes, it's fine. But this is the side that I prefer, that I do when I'm doing like a full face of makeup. They are both still pretty natural, but this one you can tell took me a little bit more work. To finish this eyebrow, I use the Gimme Brow again, and this just adds volume and a little bit more color. And it fills in any areas that are a little bit more sparse, like the front area. What I do first is I always focus the majority of the product in the middle of the brow. Then I work it towards the tail. Then I use the smallest amount of product in the front. And there you have the nice full glam brow, and then you have the more natural everyday brow. I'm going to go ahead and make this eyebrow turn into this eyebrow, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now I just quickly fix this one really quick. Whenever you're doing a full face glam, you're going to want to clean up the brows. A product that I really like is by Billion Dollar Brows, and this is the Brow Duo Pencil. There's a concealer and a highlighter. I'm going to use the concealer on the top of my brows and the highlighter on the bottom. So let's go ahead and get that started. I like it because it comes in a little chubby pencil like this, so it creates for an easier way to clean up the brows. And all I really do, and I like to focus the product more on the tail because that took a little bit more time to do. Right here I got a little messy and I got it up a little too high. So I'll just take the concealer part of the pencil and clean that up. Okay, so now you're probably gonna be like, I look like a freaking crazy maniac. It's because you do. Take a angled brush or any brush and start blending this out. You could even use your finger if you wanted to. I'm just gonna take a brush because it's easier for me. So after you're done cleaning up your eyebrows with the highlighter and concealer, they should look something like this. And this is when you're basically ready to go in with foundation and start doing your whole cake face. It's honestly super simple. There is a lot of steps. It is sometimes tedious. But you know, people always want to have really nice full eyebrows, and I get it because it frames your face, and it's honestly one of the most important parts of doing your makeup. So this is how I do it. The products that I use, like I said, they're very awesome. I totally 100% recommend them. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, share this video with your friends. Let me know what other videos that you guys want to see. Everything will be linked in the description bar on my social media handles and all of that. So like I said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.